So I'm here with cosplay photographer and writer, as well as Evil-Lyn, Tysk. So, talk to me, Ger. Talk to me about the outfit first. So, what are you wearing?
Okay, I'm wearing Evil-Lyn from He-Man Masters of the Universe. And I kind of did an original-ish design. It's not as close to the, I guess, original 80s one. I have a little more detail on the gauntlets and stuff, and I have a pattern. But I'm a big fan of the 80s cartoon, not a big fan of the reboot in the 90s and like all the other stuff, so I wanted to keep kind of truer to the older one.
Okay, going old school, all right. So normally we'd ask something about character, we both have a laugh, but I think it would probably be better for you if we talk about, I guess we'll laugh about that, if we talk more about your book, the one that's coming out very shortly. So we've been following, especially on Nerd Caliber, the progression of it. Now that you've got a physical copy in your hand, first off, how do you feel?
It's awesome. Like when I got this in the mail, I couldn't actually believe it was done because I've been buying proof copies as I go. So every few cons I went to, I'd get another copy and I'd look through it and look for typos and, oh, this picture isn't working. So when I got this one in the mail, I was like, oh, I don't actually have to do anything. This is the final copy.
It's like, oh, so I just click yes and it's done.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly.
Cool, cool. Was there anything about it that, now that you have it in your hands and it's done, was there anything that actually surprised you about the book?
It did surprise me how, well, first of all, how there are cosplayers basically everywhere, because I have people in this from North Dakota, I have people in from Tennessee, like Kentucky, Alabama, places where you don't think of cosplay as being, I guess, accepted and therefore popular, but there are a lot of cosplayers basically everywhere. The second part is how different kinds of cosplayers are, I guess, dispersed through the U.S. So like on the West Coast, I have a lot of Asian people, which I never really thought about, but when you think about it, it makes sense because there are more Asian people of, you know, like Chinese and Japanese sit on the West Coast and things like that. So it's a very interesting look at different kinds of cosplayers throughout the whole country and how it kind of is interspersed, I guess.
And now we are interviewing right after the Geeks of Color panel. It went really well. What is, yeah. I mean, I was sitting in the crowd, it felt pretty good, yeah.
Talking, and I didn't know what I was talking about.
So what is the one thing that you take away from that panel that maybe you didn't know or maybe you just never thought about?
I guess it made me feel a lot better that people that are thinking about this, and it's not just, I feel like I live in a little bubble sometimes, it's just me, because I live in Boston, and I live kind of on the outskirts of Boston. My husband is Norwegian, so he's very, very not a person of color, and sometimes I feel like it's just me sitting in front of my computer and getting upset. This panel has been really, really good about it, making me feel like not like that, I guess.
Awesome. All right. So make sure to buy Breaking All the Rules. It's good. Where can they buy this?
It will be available on my Store Envy store. It's available right now in pre-order. The book will probably ship around the end of November. So I'm waiting for the printing company to like email me and be like, it's done. We're sending it from Hong Kong. You'll receive it on this date. And once, you know, any updates, I will be posted on my Facebook page.